Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's Saturday, just a mere few days before the election here in the United States, and I'll talk about a few things here, and then I'll get to the point of a video that I'm going to post in the comments section, and I want you to watch it because it's literally going to happen here. And why not? Why would not the persecution of the church happen here in the United States, as well as socialism and communism, due to our actions, due to our faults, due to our not following the truth or the faith as Jesus had proclaimed. And you know, other countries have fallen to socialism. I guess Norway, they're in socialism and they're running fine and so forth, but you know, they don't believe in God. They're not you know, allowing that to kind of take place. It's all about what the government wants, and you have to do what the government wants. Well, there's been many other countries that have gone through this. Portugal went through it too. Even in 1917, Our Lady of Fatima came and forewarned us about a lot of things that were taking place. Talked about prediction of World War II, and sure enough, it happened. So, you know, these are the tender steps of our Blessed Mother, who has forewarned us over and over and over, just like Our Lady of Good Success in Quito, Ecuador. You know, she had professed about, you know, prophecy about the 19th and 20th century, how it would be priest against priest and bishop against bishop and cardinal against cardinal and so forth. And then the Bible talks about, you know, the many things that son against father and daughter against mother. And well, you know, we've kind of come to grips here that all these things are kind of happening right now, and as I aforementioned about birthing pains, things are picking up among a lot of things. Well, even Walmart, I guess, put a display on the news talking about that their firearms and their ammo is going to be taken off the shelves because they're waiting to see what happens too on November the 3rd. And you know, we see all the Trump rallies and so forth, and I mean thousands, and we hardly see anything in the Biden camps, but yet the media is proclaiming that Biden is ahead. Well, you look at the mass majority of people that show up for these rallies, it's kind of like a flip-flop, if you will, when Trump ran the first time. You know, so the boasting part, as far as we're going to win, it's all in God's hand. No matter what's going to happen, folks, with this election, it's going to be bad. But the tipping point is us Catholics. And I hate saying this because it looks like I'm even going against my own church. No, I'm not. It's facts. Mass majority of Catholics that vote for Democrats, especially in our state, it's pretty much a big chunk of New Mexico is most of the Democrats are Catholic. And it's a proven record that ancestral raising, kids learn from their folks about voting for Democrats. And at one point in time, some of the Democrats were good folks and they did good things. And so, but to hang on just because of the family member or didn't do enough research, times have changed. And all this that's going on with Trump and you know, the Latino community not really going in and doing the research. There are some, because there's even testimonies of some that are proclaiming the things that they've learned that was all lies. Matter of fact, I watched a video this afternoon about a gentleman, I think he was in Florida, and he was speaking to a Latino woman, and she just said she was flat out not voting for Trump. And he said, why? And he said, was it because of racism? Or was it because of the Latino community? Anyway, he pulled out facts about what is really true. And she says, well, I've never seen that on the news. Of course not. You're not going to see that on the news. The news is behind the Democrats. They want them to win. They want the agenda. They want Trump out. And does Trump do a lot of, yeah, he does a lot of foolish things. I've already brought this up numerous times. And you don't have to believe me, but you got to do your research, folks. It's hard enough for Catholics to follow their faith. You think they're going to really look into what the Democratic Party is all about right now, I mean, we're going to lose our freedom. We're going to turn to socialism and communism. Government controlled. Wait, no freedom. There's no more freedom. All the things that are taking place with our freedom as U.S. citizens, and all the blood has been poured out, and the flag for what we stand for, helping other countries over all the years and being there by their side. You know, I could go into some of the things about what Trump has done, but you have seen it. You have heard it. And the only way that you're going to catch a somewhat of a glimpse of true stories is on Fox News. Well, a lot of Democrats don't follow Fox because it's Republican. You know, Social Terror Small, she says that she sides with they're even doing ads now making it look like they're really bipartisan, which, oh my, it's all an act, folks. It's all an act. So, in the bottom of the comment section on this video, I'm going to put up, it may be just one, it may be two. Well, one of them is about the history. Historians kind of bring up a fact that what happened in Mexico in the 1920s could very well happen here in America. And I want you to watch it because it's only like 4 minutes, but it will give you an insight what's coming down the pike for us Catholics. Churches closing down, and persecution, and maybe crucified, beheaded. I mean, look what happened into Nice, France. Did you take a acute awareness of what happened in France? Another church, I guess a terrorist, walked into the church, killed 3 people, almost decapitated a woman, Muslim of Islam. So this is all coming against the church. We got not only our priests fighting against each other, coming against the church, we've got things that are bigger than us that's happening with Pope Francis that we have to try to figure out, but no one's given us true direction because we don't know who to believe. And then we have the $1 billion lawsuits of the pedophile situation. And then we have bishops supposedly backing a charity organization called FHHD, and I guess it's a charity fundraising that literally they have funded Biden's campaign with either, I think it's 500,000 or 1.5 million. I don't know which one yet, but still a large number to back Biden. And even some bishops are even backing Biden, and it's about abortion. The fifth commandment that's written by God in his finger that even Protestants are acutely aware of. It's the commandment, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. You have to know who you are in the Holy Church. You can't just fly off the hip and just go, well, I'm tired of Trump, and that's good enough. That's not what God made you for. Quit being lazy, quit being lackadaisy. I mean, do your research. You have a few days left. I don't care who, at least a few of you, look and seek, and you will see that it is about life. It's about the abortions. Well, it is, it's free will. It's her body. We've heard all this. We're God's created. We're a voice. We're a voice for those who didn't make it in this world. You're a voice. What, you don't want to stand for that? Well, I tell you what, the day that you meet your maker, God forbid, because it is the truth. You can watch. Matter of fact, I'll put another video of a priest. I can't remember what his name is. I have to look up that video. I think he's out of here in the United States, and he talked about abortion. He laid it down. I mean, if you don't get up after he explains it, then you really will be accountable. So I want you to look at the video that's going to be in the comment section about what happened in Mexico in the 20s, about the persecution, socialism, and communism, and what Catholics endured in those years that they were persecuted, hung on railroad telephone lines, miles of hanging. Oh, well, we're okay today because we can go to Walmart and we can do this and we can do that. Yeah, that's about to end. Jesus has drawn the line. He's drawn the line in the sand, and he wants to know where you stand with him. Are you with him or against him? And you know what? It is free will. You can do whatever you want. You can vote for Biden, and you can make this country communism. But when it does, I don't want none of you crying that you were never told. Now, you can not like this video. Once again, you can hear this tone of voice. It's because of concern, my love for you. We're in a battle. We're in a spiritual battle that most of you don't even understand. And there are some that have understood on the many things that I have explained in some of these videos. God enlightens you. How much love and how much do you really trust the Lord? How much? How much you got to seek. You got to seek the kingdom of God. It can't just be handed to you. It's handed to you from your birth when you were born a Catholic and you went CCD, and mass majority of them just leave after that and go to other denominations and still don't even come home till years later, like Scott Hahn. He was a Protestant. He wanted to know the truth because of a theology professor had brought the talk about the Last Supper, about the bread. Anyway, he asked the teacher about, could he give him like scripture where it's at? Well, the teacher never could. So he did the research for 2-3 years, and he found out the truth through the Catholic Church. Each and every one of us has to take that journey, that trip, to seek out God, to ask, to reveal himself to you. Many things. You please, if the last thing I ask you before the election, look in the comment section, watch that video. It's only 4 minutes about what happened in Mexico. And if you don't get it then, all I can say is many of us who are like me right now, we have done all we could to secure this country again and stay with our freedom and honor God. Because I tell you what, 245 churches around the world and then some in the last year have been destroyed, have been desecrated. I don't even know if you know about this. The desecration happened with a priest and 2 dominatrix. One of them, both of them I think were witches. They filmed it, and they did this dominatrix trick with the priest on the altar in Louisiana. And the bishop there apologized, and he took the altar and burned it. I mean, this is what's going on, folks. The devil is hard at work. He knows his time is short. And your life is short too, possibly. So I hope you watch that video, and I hope that a few of you get it. I've done my job then for the Lord. I've done my job. It's out of love that I put this video up, because I care for your life, for your soul, for your family's lives, for your family's souls. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you after the election. Pray and fast. Lots of prayers. Do the rosary. Pray. Spread this video to your friends. Spread this video to others, your family members. Or at least send the video about the historians talk about Mexico, what happened in the 1920s with the Catholic Church. Socialism and communism. And the Freemasons had a lot to do with this. And that's what's going down right now, folks. God bless each and every one of you until after the election. Goodbye.